Hi everyone, now I'm going to be tying a fly called the MacKay. Now I recently got asked a question about this fly and it was asked about basically it's hard to say, the cheeks on this fly, what floss was used. Number 5 was asked well, I have tied a lot on using number 5, but I've also tied it with number, believe it or not, that's number 7. This is the Glo-Brite, if I can show you the name. It's a Glo-Brite fluorescent floss, even though it's been used, you can see. So that's number 5. I've got number 7, which is this fluorescent orange. It's quite a bright orange, that one. Number 8, it's a paler orange, which is it's quite a good one as well. I like to use I tie an olive version using this colour, but I've even mixed them. I've put strands together to get a mix. It's entirely up to yourself, but I'm going to tie this one with the number 5. It does go with the fly, especially with the black tail. Now, you could use a black thread, or a tan thread, or a fluorescent thread. It's up to yourself if you want a fluorescent head on the fly. I've done it again, I've done it always. I may use fire orange was a favourite. Now this fly gives the impression, I mean, it's tied like a buzzer. It's like a buzzer with a tail, basically what it is. But it's a great, it's a mini lure. It's a great wee fly. It gives the impression of a small pin fry as well, as much as a midge pupa. That's why it's popular. The tail length can be as long and short as you like. I may tie more like the international size one, which is within an inch or so. Now you could use a 12, which gives you a bigger tail, rather than the 10, which I like to do a lot. So I'm going to tie the 12 because it probably was the one I use most. And same hook I'm using is a fully mill. It's a competition heavyweight. You could weight this fly, it's up to yourself. I'm not going to add weight to it. So this is a size 12. So it's slightly bigger. I'll move in a wee bit closer. Yeah. So see the thread, when you put so I get a nice fire orange head on it. You start at the head. There's lots of ways to tie this fly. I'm just going to run all the way down. You tie in the Marabou, just a black Marabou, and I'm going to keep it quite thin, not too heavy. I want it really thin. As I say, you can mess about with the tail length and thickness, it's up to yourself. I pinch this before I tie it on, so it's reasonably straight. Now, looking round about the length of the hook or so, tie it over the back. Trim this to the area where you tie in the thorax. The rib of the fly, it can change as well. Normally I would use a gold tinsel. It could be a gold wire, it could be silver, it could be whatever colour. I even remember tying red, using red on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just tidying up here. And I come back down, I'm going to tie, I'm actually going to use the fully mill dubbing, this one. It's light Hare's ear and UV. It's a nice blend. It's got gold through it. You can mess about with the dubbins. I've used many dubbins over the years as well. Or just use Hare's ear. I think Hare's ear was used in the original one. So anyway, I'm just going to start at the back and you keep this as thin or as thick as you like. It's up to you what way you're going to want to tie this. Give yourself a reasonable thorax. That's there. It's a great pattern. I remember it was a fly you could easily run out. When I worked at a trout fishery, we sold lots of these flies. And it's very good tied as a damsel pattern, so if you change this to olive, it's really, really good. So, and white's another good colour. Just tidying up things here. Now we tie in some pheasant tail fibre. So it's caught pheasant tail, this is for the thorax cover. Now you could use this with legs as well, you could put legs on this if you want, but it doesn't go with this fly. It's up to yourself. I'm just going to catch this, just trim away the tips and make them back. This is where you can position it, you want a decent thorax on it. Now this is as I say, number 5. Now I've taken 6 lengths and then using a fine toothbrush just brushed it out. These are like small gills. So what I normally do is catch it so it's about half the body length. I usually catch it on my side first, it's easier to see, just checking. So you can see it there. I usually go up a wee bit and then I fold it back, all the way back, and then I trim it using the same guide halfway. Should be far away at that. You can see there, that's fine. Back to the same dubbing. Slightly dub it on, don't be shy with the thorax on it. I'm actually going to take my thread, and as you can see I brought it up to about a good head length away from the eye. It's going to build up the thorax a wee bit. Come back through. Now we're going to put some breathers on it, as we would call it. This represents the gills, the midge pupa. You could use wool. I've just got a strand of wool here. I'm just going to catch it on like a, what we call it, like a bow tie. So I'm going to catch it, let's turn like that and figure 8 through it. Just bring it on the top a couple of times. So you want your thread in front. You trim it. Then bring your thorax cover over, separating these. Nice and tight. You can fold it back, and then I usually like to build up the head a bit because I do like the fire orange thread. And just ignore the pheasant tail, and then you want to whip finish. Trim that away. You can just use the edge of your scissors here. Cut that off. The length of the breathers, I usually just bring them straight out. And again, don't be shy with them. And there's the breathers. Gills. See, I've got a couple of strands here, let's trim these away. That's fine. Just hold back these just now. Bit of varnish in there. I say it's a good competition fly. It's used a lot. There's no weight allowed. That's why I'm tying it without weight. I say you tie in a 12, you get a longer tail. As long as the fly is within an inch or so, 15/16 anyway. As I say, the breathers are quite big, but honestly, it does work. It's certainly worth having. I'm just trimming away some of these longer fibres. You could reduce the orange as well, but again, this longer, I've tied them many times over the years, and this is the way it seemed to work. Anybody I tied them for. Also worth tying, the gold rib's good, silver rib is also good, pearly rib, red rib, as I say, there's a few. So anyway, there we are. As I say, the question I got asked was, what do you use for the gills, I say, or the orange. So number 5 is a very good one on the black, but it's certainly worth, as I say, you can blend the different colours together. But as I say, it's entirely up to yourself. Even red works, I've done it in red. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and again, thanks for watching.